Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Israel Johnson, and I'm a biomedical science student at the University of Warwick. And I'm here to talk to you about a project that I'm excited about beginning, and I hope that it can help a lot of migrants achieve, trying to achieve higher education. So I'm here to just talk to you guys about the inception and the development of the project and how it's going. So we actually began a few months ago when I received my award from UPF, the Young Achievers Award, in Parliament a few months back, I think June, July, around that time. And so we were given the unique opportunity and the challenge to come up with a project that we believe can, align with the goals of the organization. And I remember feeling very excited about the opportunity to work on a project that I believe can make a positive impact upon the community. And in particularly, a community that I'm very much passionate about, which is the migrant community. So I remember spending my free time and weekends trying to map out something that I think could have the most benefit on the most people. And I found myself pulling from my own personal experience to try and come up with a project that I believe can have a positive impact on people. And if I could get personal for a few seconds. So I'm a migrant, like I mentioned. I migrated to the UK from Nigeria in around 2008, 2009. And so I'm a firm believer in social mobility through education. It's something my parents believed in. That's why they moved us to the UK, and it's something I also personally believed in. But when I was applying to university, I found out that I was ineligible for student finance. And it came as such a shock to me because, I thought I was going to be eligible for it. And then closer to the time, they said, unfortunately, you're ineligible. So, I think I found myself very devastated, and all the goals and the plans that I had already mapped out felt like they were coming to a crash. And I found myself trying to navigate the complex labyrinth that is trying to find funding and scholarship to try and get myself into university, because I was determined not to let that get me down. And, I was very fortunate to be able to get a scholarship and also crowdfund myself to, now I'm in my final year of university. But there's so many other people that have similar stories to me, but aren't as fortunate as I was, and don't have the support of their community and, people around them to help push them through. And I've been fortunate enough to help a small minority of people that have reached out to me on LinkedIn and social media who have heard my story, and I've been able to support them find funding and scholarship. But those was always on a micro scale, and I think I was very eager to do something on a much larger scale that I believe could help more people and be more beneficial to people. Because I personally believe that education is such a huge catalyst for social mobility and achieving success, and I think it's such a powerful driving force and indicator of success. And so when thinking about all of this in combination, I wanted to create a platform and a website that I believe will provide certain features and benefits to people trying to seek higher education. And so some of the ideas that I pulled together was having a centralized location for university information, course information, sponsorship information, and also have a translation element, and also links to online school courses as well. And later down the line, hopefully, the website can also be able to sponsor certain people into university and give them certain scholarships as well. So if I had to break that down a little bit, so I understand that there's a lot of information out there already on the internet about different universities and course information and stuff, but I think they're all scattered across the internet. It's very hard to dig them through. And so the plan of the website is to have it all within a centralized location. And even more importantly than those information is about information relating to scholarship and funding for migrants and people from disadvantaged backgrounds, to have those information there. Because, I think from my personal experience, those informations were already out there, but it was very difficult to find them, and it's hidden, and you have to weave your way through, and there's so many barriers along that way. So by having this website, I can have it all centralized within one location, making it easier to access. And also I wanted to have a translation element as well, because I understand that for a lot of migrants, English isn't particularly their first language, and it can cause a language barrier to finding key information that could be relevant towards, accessing universities and knowing what information is relevant to you. So if, the plan is to have the website to be able to have a translation element so it's accessible to people from different backgrounds and able to digest those information and break that information down. And I also understand that getting into university nowadays isn't just about what grades can you get, that dictates what university you go to. So it's also about your personal statement and what skills and achievement you can include within your personal statement. And that's why it will also include links to online courses and some sort of certificate at the end of it. That way you can have a proud achievement that you can put on your personal statement and talk within in interviews as well, because I believe those are key elements of it as well. And finally, later on, it would be great if the website as well can be a source of funding and a bursary for people that hopefully apply into, higher education as well. But that's a bit more ambitious, but I'm hoping we can, get that on the way as well. But yeah, ultimately, the website is to help people that are seeking higher education reach that success and have a positive impact on the vast majority of people. And like Margaret said, I'm still starting out, still learning what I need to know. But if anyone here is willing to offer any guidance, support in any way, I'm willing to listen. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm also working on this in collaboration with Dano, who is also a student at Warwick as well. I wish she was here today to tell you about her story. It's honestly, it made me very emotional hearing about... Sorry? Yeah.
No, it's all right. You have 10 minutes for all this session.
Yeah, so hearing about her story, because I think she's someone that's my passion is migrants, but her passion is about refugees, talking about how, I think she was in a refugee, Syria refugee. And so when I had those conversations with her and we were brainstorming together, I was honestly amazed by her. And I wish she was here to represent herself and talk to you guys about her personal struggles and the challenges she had to overcome as well. But unfortunately, she's not here. But
you're helping her.
Yes, but I'm working with her as well on working on her project as well to see if there's a way for us to bridge those two communities, migrants and refugees, together to have a platform that can benefit the maximum amount of people.